Today, we're going to talk about a skill that honestly feels like a superpower. It's the art of detachment. We're going to break down how you can consciously free yourself from the weight of what other people think and, find a little more peace and freedom for yourself.
So let me just start by asking you this. Do you ever feel like other people are kind of running your life? Like their opinions, their anxieties, their need to be in control, it's all just constantly pulling you off of your own path? Yeah, I think a lot of us know that feeling.
And this is not just in your head. The source material we're looking at points out something pretty wild. Things like adrenaline, fear, and anxiety can literally be transmitted to people nearby. So when someone is trying to force their opinion on you, you're not just dealing with their words. You're probably absorbing their stress too.
But what if the biggest barrier isn't actually other people? What if the real hurdle we have to get over is something inside of us? This is where things get really interesting, because the focus shifts from everyone else to ourselves.
And there it is. The material is crystal clear on this point. Our own fear is the main obstacle. It's the fear of a fight, or someone disapproving of us, or just being different. That's what keeps us stuck. That's what keeps us from healing and actually moving forward with our lives.
And this leads to a huge paradox, right? Our first instinct is to just block out all the negative stuff. We don't want to feel it. But in trying to do that, we accidentally block our own ability to grow and evolve. When you spend your life trying to avoid discomfort, you're also preventing yourself from learning the very lessons you need.
Okay, so if fear is the lock, then what's the key? Well, our source offers a really powerful solution, detachment. But it's probably not what you're thinking.
Let's really unpack this definition for a second. See, detachment isn't some passive thing where you just stop caring. No, it's a conscious practice. It's an active choice you make to free yourself from the drama, the negativity, and the controlling behavior of other people.
And this right here is the most important distinction. So many people get this wrong. Detachment is not about apathy or building walls around yourself. It's about realizing, hey, I can't live someone else's life for them and I can't carry their baggage. It's about choosing not to react and not to interfere, which is completely different from not caring.
All right, so we get the what and the why. Now for the fun part. Let's dig into the how, the actual practical strategy you can start using.
The source gives us a 3-step framework, and it looks deceptively simple, but believe me, this is powerful stuff. First, don't react. Second, practice non-interference. And third, let go of what doesn't serve you. Let's break down what that actually means in the real world.
So that first step, not reacting. Just think for a second about how many problems get way worse because of an instant emotional response. By choosing to just pause, take a breath, and observe, you can avoid so much conflict. Then step 2, non-interference. That's about respecting that other people are on their own journey. You don't have to fix them. You don't have to control their path, even if you totally disagree with it. And finally, step 3, letting go. That's the active part where you identify and release those outside opinions or those internal fears that are holding you back. So if you actually practice these steps, what's the payoff? Well, it's all about reclaiming your path, your life, and what the source here calls your own karma.
And this is really the end game. To be so grounded in your own truth, your own direction, that what other people think is just that, an opinion. It doesn't have to control you. If somebody has a problem with the life you're living, well, that's their issue to deal with, not yours.
Think of it like this. There's their stuff and there's your stuff. Their need to control, their drama, their opinions, that's their karma, their journey. Your life, your growth, your direction, your healing. That is your karma. And the whole art of detachment is just learning to keep those two things separate.
And that's really what this all boils down to, isn't it? And it is way too precious to spend living out someone else's script or carrying around their baggage.
So I'll leave you with this question to think about. Looking at your life right now, what opinion, what relationship, or what fear is just not serving you anymore? What is it time to detach from so you can finally start living your life on your own terms?